Deep inside Thailand, the Tham Luang cave system beckoned with its dark mysteries. Nestled in the lush forested mountains, it was a place of wonder and intrigue, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers that had fascinated explorers for generations. 12 young boys, part of a local soccer team, decided to explore its depths. They were known as the Wild Boars, a team bonded by their love for soccer and adventure. They were full of excitement, eager to discover the secrets hidden within the mountain. Their faces lit up with joy and anticipation, unaware of the dangers that lay ahead. Their laughter echoed through the caverns as they ventured deeper into the Earth's embrace. The cave seemed to welcome them, its cool, damp air a refreshing change from the heat outside. But the weather had other plans. Dark clouds began to gather, a storm brewing on the horizon. Rain, relentless and unforgiving, lashed down upon the land. The storm unleashed its fury, turning the serene landscape into a scene of chaos. Unseen, unheard by the boys, the water level inside the cave began to rise. The rainwater found its way into the cave's intricate network, filling it rapidly. What was once a playground of adventure transformed into a trap. The boys, deep within the cave, were oblivious to the danger creeping up on them. The entrance to the cave was swallowed by the rising floodwater, sealing their fate. The boys were trapped. The outside world was now a distant memory, replaced by the cold, dark reality of their situation. Fear gnawed at the edges of their courage. The once familiar cave now felt like a prison, its walls closing in on them. The once familiar darkness now pulsed with the threat of the unknown. Every sound, every shadow seemed to hold a new terror. They huddled together, their small bodies seeking comfort in their shared predicament. The bond they shared as a team became their lifeline, a source of strength in the face of overwhelming odds. Time became their enemy, each tick of the clock a hammer blow to their dwindling hopes. Hours turned into days, and the boys' resolve was tested to its limits. They knew they had to be strong, to cling to life, for they were the wild boars, and wild boars never give up. Their determination, their will to survive, became their guiding light in the darkness. News of the boys' predicament spread like wildfire. The initial shock quickly turned into a global phenomenon, capturing the attention of millions. Social media platforms buzzed with updates, hashtags and prayers as people from all corners of the world united in hope and concern. Parents, frantic with worry, rushed to the cave entrance, their cries swallowed by the relentless downpour. The scene was heart-wrenching as families clung to each other, seeking solace in their shared anguish. Volunteers and local authorities worked tirelessly, setting up makeshift shelters and providing support to the distraught families. The world watched, holding its breath, as the gravity of the situation set in. News channels provided round-the-clock coverage, with experts weighing in on the challenges and potential solutions. Communities organized vigils, lighting candles and sending messages of hope to the boys and their rescuers. A race against time had begun. Every second counted, and the pressure mounted with each passing moment. The monsoon rains threatened to flood the cave further, adding to the urgency and complexity of the rescue mission. Expert divers from around the world answered the call. These brave individuals, with their specialized training and experience, knew the stakes were high. They meticulously planned their dives, coordinating with local authorities and other rescue teams to ensure every effort was made to reach the boys. They came from far and wide, their skills honed in the face of danger, their hearts united by a common purpose. The camaraderie among the divers was palpable as they shared stories, strategies, and a mutual determination to succeed. The Thai Navy SEALs, renowned for their bravery, took the lead. Their expertise in navigating treacherous waters and their intimate knowledge of the cave system made them invaluable to the mission. They worked tirelessly, often putting their own lives at risk, driven by a deep sense of duty and compassion. They knew the risks, the unforgiving nature of the cave, yet they pressed on, fueled by the hope of bringing the boys home. Each diver carried the weight of the world on their shoulders, but their resolve never wavered. The conditions inside the cave were treacherous. The murky water, combined with the narrow passageways, created a labyrinthine nightmare. The divers had to rely on their training, instincts, and each other to navigate the perilous environment. Zero visibility, narrow passageways, and strong currents tested the limits of human endurance. The physical and mental toll was immense, but the divers pushed through, driven by the hope of a successful rescue. Each dive was a gamble, a journey into the belly of the beast. The divers faced numerous obstacles, from equipment malfunctions to unexpected cave-ins, but their determination never faltered. But giving up was not an option. The rescuers knew that the boys' lives depended on their perseverance and bravery. They continued to push forward despite the overwhelming odds. The world was watching, praying, and the rescuers were determined to defy the odds. The collective hope and determination of people from all walks of life created a powerful force, one that inspired the rescuers to keep going, no matter the challenges they faced. Days turned into nights, each one blending into the next, as the world held its breath. Hope flickering like a candle in the wind, fragile and uncertain yet persistent. Then a breakthrough. Two British divers, Rick Stanton and John Valanthan, emerged from the murky water, their headlamps cutting through the darkness. They had ventured into the unknown, driven by sheer determination and a glimmer of hope. They had found them alive. The news reverberated around the world, igniting a wave of relief and jubilation. People everywhere were glued to their screens, hearts pounding with anticipation and joy. The boys, weak but alive, were huddled on a small muddy ledge deep within the cave. They had endured days of darkness and uncertainty, clinging to each other for warmth and comfort. Their faces, illuminated by the diverse lights, were etched with relief and a touch of disbelief. They had been found, and the nightmare was finally over. The sight of them, alive and relatively unharmed, was nothing short of a miracle. The rescuers embraced the boys, offering words of comfort and reassurance. The world celebrated, daring to hope again. Landmarks were lit up in solidarity, and people took to the streets, united in their joy and relief. It was a moment that reminded everyone of the power of hope and human resilience.